easy hacks for weight loss and stress. Welcome everybody, it's Anita with Empirical Grace Acupuncture Acupressure. I am streaming live from both our YouTube channels, Empirical Grace and Empirical Grace Fertility and Weight Loss. I'm also streaming in from TikTok. I also am on Instagram, Facebook, and also Patreon. So join me on all the other platforms. My goal is to serve all of you, share all the things that I have learned to help you along your journey, as well as to let you all know that the monetization, the money, it's going towards 2 future free clinics, one near Hyderabad, India, and another one in Washington, DC. And if you want to connect with me, it's in the link tree on YouTube, as well as Facebook, as well as on Instagram. It's the second link. You can get an appointment with me. All right, we're going to stay probably live for a good solid hour. We're going to do lots of acupressure tonight to help you along, just sharing some of the best things that I have done. We're going to do each for 2 minutes. And so you can stay as long as you want. Try to get in your 15 to 20 minutes of acupressure a day. Otherwise, pick a few points that you like and do it for a couple of minutes each. Okay, first point that we are going to start off with is that we are going to go down the midline of the face. So we're going to go ahead and go straight, just like this. Remember, the body's mirror image just like this, as well as just like this, as well as like this, as well as like this, like this, like this, like this, as well as like this. It's also imaged like, ooh, got my lipstick on the little guy, image just like this, as well as 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 like this. So lots of images, which means that you do these points, it's going to help you with a lot of different things. So we're going to go ahead and go down the midline of the face. We're going to do this for the next 2 minutes, and don't forget to nasal breathe. Breathe in from your abdomen or chest, close your mouth, and breathe from one or both nostrils. So let's go ahead and do this for 2 minutes. It's going to help induce nitric oxide, which is going to help with metabolism. It's going to help with anxiety, anger. It's going to help men and women with blood pressure issues, which can also help with blood sugar issues. So let's go ahead and do this for the next minute or so. Don't forget to nasal breathe. Breathe in from your nose. Here we go. Wonderful. We are doing about an hour of acupressure. You can keep with it. You can join me and do what you want. So let's do another couple of acupressure points. Next, we're going to go ahead and circle the eyes. I love this acupressure protocol. This is great for deep sleep. This is great for that, when you feel that like deep, fatigue, if you're feeling overworked, lethargic, if you're struggling with anxiety, anger, blood sugar, blood pressure. Also remember, the eyes represent the ovaries. So ladies, this can help you with IUI, IVF, along with your doctor's recommendations, of course. This can help you to balance out FSH, LH, estrogen, progesterone, of course, with your doctor's recommendations. You can also help with ovulation, boosting ovulations, helping regulate a period. Gentlemen, this is also really good for you because this protocol can also help you with testes, helping bring blood flow to the testes. So let's go ahead and acupress along the eyes for just a minute or two. Let's go ahead and don't forget to nasal breathe. Breathe in from your nose and also close your mouth. Let's do this for the next minute or so. Everybody do this along with me. Somebody asked a really good questions about dark circles. Dark circles can be hereditary. It can also be due to a vitamin deficiency. So you can do a couple of things. You can absolutely get checked out by your medical doctor. This acupressure protocol that we did can help. And also another thing that you can do is a turmeric scrub. If you go to the link in the bio, there are a lot of links for women's health, men's health, fertility, weight loss. Be sure to check out the link for skincare and get a turmeric scrub and scrub around that area. But be sure to work with your medical doctor, as it can help you with a vitamin, fixing that vitamin or mineral deficiencies for dark circles. All right, next protocol that we're going to do, and I did see the question on hip pain. We're going to get to hip pain in just a second, so bear with me. I want to do a few more face points, and then we'll circle back to doing that. So really, really good. Let's see, what about colds that have been on and off? Okay, that's actually a really good point. Let's do an immunity point. We're going to go ahead and focus on acupressing the forehead. So let's go ahead and do this protocol for the next minute or so. Don't forget to nasal breathe. Breathe in from your nose and close your mouth. So let's do this acupressure points for colds, for flus, for coughs. Of course, don't mess around. Work with your medical doctor, but this can help boost immunity. Let's do this for the next minute or so. Here we go, everybody. Don't forget to breathe in from your nose. Now, if you're struggling with a cough, which is really common this time of year, another acupressure point that you can do is you can find till you get to the divot right here on the sternum, right before you get to the sternum, and you can acupress for 30 seconds and then repeat as you need for the cough. Also, for a cough, what you can do is you can move the fluids down just like this for a couple of seconds, and then you can acupress and cut across just like this to help with the cough as well. Also, I want to give you another really good immunity point. Oh, thank you so much, Pammy, for the donation. It goes towards the free clinic, and really appreciate the love and the support. So the next thing that I want to talk about is lung 10. So it is on the thenar eminence right here. And so the point is actually right here. If you have my model, it flows right off the first metacarpal. So right off just like this. So this point, let's do it together. We're going to put our thumbs together. It's really this area. We're going to put our thumbs together and let's acupress for the next Oh, thank you so much, Pammy. Really appreciate the support. Let's go ahead and acupress for another minute or two. This is great for immunity. This is great for colds, coughs, sore throat, flus, but I do want you to absolutely work with your medical doctor, but it's good to keep immunity. I do my best to keep and do these acupressure points to help boost my immunity. Also, acupressure releases endorphins, opioids, serotonin, dopamine. So if you're in a really good place, then you can, fight off those viruses. So this can help boost immunity and so forth, but do, of course, work with your doctor. Let's go ahead and do this protocol for the next minute or so. And let's also nasal breathe. Breathe in from your nose or abdomen and close your mouth. So let's do this for the next minute or so. Here we go, everybody. Show slower. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to just do this. And you can do the point slower, less pressure, really up to you. Don't put so much pressure if your right hand hurts from the pressure, darling. Wonderful. Another follower asked is to go ahead and do jaw pain. What I like to do for jaw pain is actually acupress right here. This can really relax. This is also a great anxiety release point, also a point to help with weight loss. The reason why is that this can help relax the jaw so you can chew your foods better. And then when you can chew your foods better, then you can better metabolize. So let's go ahead and acupress this acupressure point, which is on the temples, for the next minute or so. And don't forget to nasal breathe, as it can also boost metabolism. Breathe in from your mouth and close your mouth. Sorry, breathe in from your nose, close your mouth. I'm getting really relaxed doing the acupressure. Breathe in from your nose, close your mouth, or breathe in from your abdomen. Let's do this for the next minute or so. Everybody, here we go. Yes, I do have an Instagram account. It's the same name. It's the same name on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We've got 2 YouTube channels, as well as Patreon. All the links can be found in the link in the bio. Acupressure point for anxiety, also metabolism, and also jaw pain. Okay, fantastic. I haven't forgotten about the dizziness, actually, for dizziness and hip pain. As long as you're not pregnant, you can acupress the top of the hand. You can acupress just like this, and you can do this for a few minutes and then repeat as you need. And this is for dizziness and also for hip pain. All right, let's go ahead and focus a few more things on weight loss, as well as helping just for water retention and so forth. So what I want to do next is actually want to acupress on the cheeks. So this is actually a really powerful acupressure protocol. So let's go ahead and do this. We are going to use a gua sha tool if I can find it. So we're going to go ahead and use one of my gua sha tools. And then again, the speed as much as you can do. And also the pressure is really up to you. I've seen therapeutic effect with both. And then what I also want to mention is that this is also really good for cortisol belly, cortisol face. And why cortisol is so important is that if you are feeling stressed out, then it can strip other hormone like FSH, LH, estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, blood sugar, blood pressure, and so forth. So it's going to block the weight loss process. It's also going to block what men need to do in the bedroom and so forth. It can also block not only weight loss, but it can prevent like a regular period. I've seen that women, when we're really stressed out, it can prevent a regular period. Oh my gosh, Queen, thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate all the love and the support. It goes towards the free clinic. So this is a great protocol to deflate the cortisol belly, deflate the bloated belly. This is also going to help with water metabolism. It's also going to help with jaw pain. It can also help with blood sugar, blood pressure. It can help with all of those things, and it can help with pooping. Too much pooping, too little pooping, constipation, diarrhea. It's a great protocol, not to mention cortisol moon phase. And so let's go ahead. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for the compliment. And you can find me on Instagram, as well as YouTube, as well as Facebook, as well as Patreon. So we're not going anywhere. And we're going to be watching when TikTok gets restored like a hawk. And we'll be back on here like a bad, like I can't say ASS, so like a bad person. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and acupress just like this for the next minute or so. And don't forget to nasal breathe. Breathe in from your abdomen or your nose. Don't breathe from your mouth. Close your mouth. Here we go. Let's do this for the next minute or so. Oh my gosh, this is already clearing out my sinuses. And also, if you have a cold, this can also help to move out and clear out the nasal passages. Gentlemen, if you struggle with snoring, this can also help. Snoring is really important because if you sleep well, guess what? You have nitric oxide, more balanced testosterone. So let's go ahead and acupress doing this for the next minute or so. Don't forget to nasal breathe. I'll cover the hip again in a second, darling. Gua sha tu. Gua sha tool. You can keep the tool cool. Yes, you can, but you don't have to. Clenching teeth. I will get to that in a second. I know my sinuses totally opened up too. As much or as little pressure as you want, darling. Yes, you can use it on your forehead. So some really good questions that came through on the chat. So do you do this every day? You can if you want. I think it might be too much for your face to do it every day. So maybe every other day or a couple times a week, but it really can help slim down the face. It can really help with the face wrinkles and so forth. And it can also bring a glow to the face because it's bringing circulation and stimulating that basal cell growth. So I really like doing it a few times a week. And then I use the turmeric scrub. Some of the products that I use can be found under the skin and the hair in the link in the bio. Oh, thank you so much for the love. And also there was a question. Oh, real quick. So there's also, gentlemen, if you are trying to grow a full beard or whatnot, this is a great protocol that you can do. It can bring blood flow to the beard. Also, if you have a derm roller, which if you go to the 7th link in the bio, it has all the link tree. This roller right here has it doesn't hurt. It has it's like a little mini TENS unit. And if you stimulate, it can stimulate the hair growth. You can also use it on a spot in your forehead or on the hairline where you're balding. You can do it with rosemary oil. And if you can do this for a few minutes before you go to bed, it helps with hair growth. Also, and gentlemen, if you are struggling with blood pressure issues, acupressing this area right here where the body is mirror image just like this, as well as like this, as well as like this and like this can help with blood pressure. So ladies, when you're pregnant and you are wanting to help with blood pressure, absolutely work with your medical doctor, but this is also a self-care thing that you can do for blood pressure. So I want you to consider doing this for blood pressure. A few minutes, few times a day can really help. I feel super relaxed when I do the acupressure. And then another thing that I wanted to mention for the person who asked about hip pain, one of the best points for pain in general pain, let's talk about mirror imaging. You have the body just like this, right? So you have the body, you have the whole body just like this, 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 like this. And so if you are struggling with pain, this is a simple acupressure point that you can do throughout the day, a couple minutes throughout the day, while you're at a traffic light, while you're in a Zoom call, while you're waiting for something. This can bring blood flow everywhere. Also, the hand represents the head, it represents the foot, it represents the low back, it represents the hip. So this acupressure point specifically not only brings blood flow to the body, but it can also bring blood flow to the hip and the low back. It can help with headaches. It can clear out sinuses. It can help with foot pain and so forth. They're really good thing. Somebody asked about eye discomfort. I know a lot of us work. I have I can show you my setup. I have 4 monitors and my eyes get so tired, but really good protocol that you can do for eyes is you can circle the eyes. That's a really good protocol. You can also tap like this. You can tap like this. You can tap like this, or you can just simply circle the eyes. And then also you can actually acupress just like this, and you can acupress just like this. If you mirror image it just like this area represents the eyes. So I want you to go ahead and do this, and I want you to acupress just like this. So some really good points that people are asking about for low back pain. If you're pregnant, I want you to acupress along the midline of the face. If you are pregnant, I want you to acupress along the midline of the face. Remember, do it for a couple of minutes, and then I want you to repeat as you need. And then the other thing that I want you to consider doing is that as long as you're not pregnant, then you can do large intestine 4, which is pretty much you take the second metacarpal and then you fall off. This is the acupressure point, but double the effect. I want you to go ahead and put your fist just like this, and I want you to acupress just like this. And this can bring blood flow to L2, L3, L4, L5, S1, SI joint. This can also bring blood flow to the abdomen. This can help with heartburn, gastritis, indigestion, acid reflux, colitis. It can help with IBS, too much pooping, too little pooping. This is also a really good protocol to help with helping you regulate a period. Do it till you get 3 regular periods. Stop when you're pregnant. This is a great protocol to boosting metabolism, and also can help you with anxiety related to metabolism, right? If research shows that if you're anxious, you're going to want to eat more sugary foods, you're going to want to eat more carbs. So this is a great protocol as well for weight loss. Let me just also talk to you all about why this is such a good protocol for weight loss. This protocol can create heat in the body. We want, in Chinese medicine, we want the stomach to be burning, churning the food, boost the metabolism. So this is a large intestine meridian, which holds the heat, it holds the blood, it holds the energy. So it can really help churn and burn that metabolism. Really, really, really good. So the person that said they have a walking problem, could you specify what specifically? Is it your gait? Do you have a foot problem? Do you have a hip problem? Do you have a knee problem? Could you put in the chat what you specify specifically? Okay. So you can actually use this protocol for low back and upper back. Remember, if you're pregnant, please don't do this protocol. But if you're pregnant, you can do the midline of the face. But if you're pregnant, don't do this. This can help with low back, and also this can help with upper back issues. It can also help with neck pain. So really, really good. Let's see. We talked about hip pain. Hip pain, as long as you're not pregnant, you can acupress just like this on the top of the hand. As long as you're not pregnant, you can acupress just like this for hip pain. This is also a really good point for tinnitus, ringing in the ear. So also for tinnitus, I want you to go get checked out by the ear doctor, but this is also helpful to bringing blood flow to that ear and helping you with that ringing in the ear. Also, I want you to avoid sugar, avoid dairy, avoid alcohol, avoid coffee, avoid salt. I know it's all the good stuff, but if you can avoid that inflammation, it can also help with ringing in the ear. All right, wow, you guys are asking a ton of questions. I don't know if I'll be able to get to everybody, but let me go ahead and answer as much as I can. So for healthy liver, you definitely need to work with your doctor, but you can also consider liver 3. Google liver 3. And if you're pregnant, do not do liver 3. So let's see. Okay. So let's see. Trouble. Okay. All right. There was a bunch of good questions. Let me see if I can answer a few more questions. And then we're going to focus a lot on stress and anxiety. So let me just read through some of the questions, see what I can do for all of you. Love you. You know I love you. So let's see. All right. Okay, for inflammation, turmeric tea. Incorporate turmeric into your diet. You cannot get enough of turmeric tea. So I want you to incorporate turmeric tea into your diet. Turmeric tea is, from what I've read, is safe when you're pregnant. Also, Indians consume the most amount of turmeric in the world. It's the yellow stuff in the curry. So I want you to drink turmeric tea for inflammation. It's also good for regulating your period too. So just get your turmeric tea in. Also, if you have a lot of neck pain, as long as you're not pregnant, I want you to acupress like this. You can do this for a few minutes. Also, you can do this for perimenopause. Do I have a book yet? We have 3 drafts of books, and we are trying to figure out, we're also working on 5 devices. And also, there's so much going on. So we also have 2 YouTube channels, which we're trying to get into a place where we're posting daily on the YouTube channel. We're changing our content to see what you all love. So lots of things going on. And I work at a hospital. So the book, it will hopefully come out. It will hopefully come out in second quarter, and then hopefully the end of the year, the devices will come out. And then hopefully I can transition to doing humanitarian work in 2026. So I'm doing my best. It's hard. I have aging parents. And then I also work at a hospital. There's a lot going on, but all good. But thank you for your love and support. And we'll see what happens with TikTok. But thank you for the opportunity to always help all of you. It's my dream to serve. So thank you for allowing me to do that. Be sure to check out my other handles on YouTube, as well as Instagram, as well as Facebook and Patreon. Let's focus on anxiety. There's a lot of people who, I'm anxious too with everything going on. So let me get you some really good protocols for anxiety. That's going to help with stress, right? You all know this. I preach this so much. You know, the body makes only so much hormone. So if you are angry, anxious, sad, it's going to strip that hormone. So other disease processes can happen. And this is actually backed by quantifiable research now. So acupressure is great because it induces your happy chemicals. Of course, work with your doctor, work with your therapist. But let me give you some really good points for just stress and anxiety and sleep. Why don't we focus the next 4 points on stress, anxiety, and sleep? And don't underestimate nasal breathing. Nasal breathing. Breathe in from your abdomen or chest. Close your mouth and breathe from your nose. It's nasal breathing, and it can be so therapeutic. All right, next 4 points that we're going to do, 2 minutes each, are going to be fantastic for this. Don't underestimate yin tong. I know all of you are like, it's such a simple point. Do not underestimate yin tong. So we're going to acupress yin tong for the next minute or so. This is great for anxiety. So let's do this with nasal breathing, which is also great for anxiety. Remember, breathe from your nose, not your mouth, and acupress for the next minute or so. Here we go, everybody. Love you all. Wow, I feel amazing. So if I taught you anything, if you keep that in your tool belt for when you're feeling anxious, it's safe to do on a loved one. It's safe to do when you're pregnant. It's safe to do on a child. So this is a really good acupressure point. Okay, next one that we are actually going to do is I'm going to get out one of my tools. So this tool people love. It is in the 7th link in the bio. So this, we're going to do 20. So do 20 is on the top of the head. This is also a really good point. Somebody asked about preventing hair loss. This is a fantastic point for preventing hair loss. Gentlemen, this is a great protocol because this brings blood flow to down there. So we're going to go ahead and acupress do 20. And also I like to acupress along the temple. I find that, remember, there's an image of the body just like this, also like this, also like this, also like this. So this protocol right here can really help with de-stressing, not only hair loss, but de-stressing. So let's do this because if you are feeling anxious, this can relax you. Not to mention acupressure puts all your happy chemicals. So don't forget to nasal breathe. Breathe in from your nose and close your mouth, or you breathe in from your abdomen or chest. Let's do this for the next minute or so. Everybody do this along with me. I think this is just an AccuTool, but you can find it in the 7th link in the bio. Thank you for the comment. Really appreciate it. Definitely use your fingers if you don't have the tool. I really like the tool. It's not very expensive, but use your fingers, no problem. Yes, you can use prune juice for constipation. You can also look at the pinned videos, but once I'm done with this, I'll show you a couple of points. Yeah, you can totally do this with wet hair. You can also do it in the shower. All right, awesome. A couple of questions coming through about constipation. So we're going to break it down into a couple of points, and then we're going to get back to anxiety. Yes, you could have done that protocol for hair loss. You could also use the derm roller. Both devices are in the link in the bio. Remember, derm roller, you do it on the point that you're balding for a couple of minutes before you go to bed. This is for preventing hair loss that you can do for a couple of minutes before you go to bed. Really good stuff. All right, then let's see. Constipation. I'm going to show you 3 points for constipation. Actually, I'm going to show you 4 points. Let's do 4 points. And then we're going to get back to anxiety because a lot of people, myself included, for constipation, if you're pregnant, you can do this protocol. This is a great protocol for constipation. So this is protocol if you're pregnant and constipated, which is quite often. Then what you can do, sorry about that, YouTube. I'm not giving you my best look. So next, if you are having diarrhea, as long as you're not pregnant, if you're having diarrhea and as long as you're not pregnant, you can do this acupressure point. Remember, you can do this for a few minutes and then repeat as you need it. And then if you are struggling with water retention, metabolism, and you're constipated, you can do fist on top of fist, a couple minutes. You can do this point. So this is a great acupressure point and don't do this if you're pregnant. Do not do this if you're pregnant, but great point if you're struggling with weight loss, constipation, or hormone imbalance. This is a great point. And also if you can do this as long as you're not pregnant, you can do this point if you're struggling with pain and constipation. Sometimes pain meds can make you constipated. I was in a car accident, was in a lot of pain, and I was constipated. This acupressure point really helped me out. Remember, acupressure is meant to be a therapy. I want you to do it for a couple of minutes, and then I want you to take a break and you can repeat it. I want you to get in about 20 minutes of acupressure a day in. We are on YouTube live most of the week. So you can check out the lives, pick any one of the lives and do the lives if you don't catch me on the live. Okay, fantastic. So also let's go back to anxiety and so forth. Let me show you a trick that people like. Men like this protocol a lot. So this protocol is right here. So remember, the mirror image is like this. Remember, the mirror image is like this. So I want you to acupress just like this. I want you to acupress just like this. So I want you to do this for anxiety. This can also help with blood sugar and blood pressure. So let's go ahead and do this. Don't forget to nasal breathe. I want you to breathe in from your abdomen or your chest or your nose, but not your mouth. Let's do this for the next minute or so. You can do this for swollen feet as well. You can do this for regulating a period as well. If you're not quite sure, I want you to all pick a few points and just start doing them. It's amazing how the body can respond to the acupressure. Just hand and foot points. Don't do them if you're pregnant. You can actually do this for Moten's neuroma, but you might want to work with a podiatrist because it may be structural. So you can do this, but I also want you to work with your doctor. Constipation, you can do this. We just covered constipation, but you can also look at the third pinned video for constipation. for skin problems, get half your body weight in water in and try a turmeric scrub. You can go to the skin and hair section on the link in the bio, and that can help. This is actually good for metabolism as well. Acidity, you can try a little bit of baking soda in your water, or you can try lemon water. You can do this for weight loss. Okay, let's talk about insomnia real quick. Vertigo. I do want you to see the doctor, and as long as you're not pregnant, you can do fists on top of fists. You can do fists on top of fists for vertigo, and you can repeat it every 20 minutes. After you do it for 3 minutes, you can repeat it every 20 minutes. Okay, fantastic. Next, let's focus on sleep. Let's do some relaxation points, and then I also want to answer a question on YouTube. So somebody asked about edema. One acupressure point, of course, for edema, it can be complicated. It could be health and kidney related. So I do want you to work with your medical doctor. But one acupressure point that you can do is, this is another tool. You can get it in the 7th link in the bio. You can use your hands if you don't have it, and you can acupress like this. This is actually a good point for edema. You can do both legs. Both hands for the full body. You can do both hands. And also somebody asked about incontinence. This is also a good protocol for incontinence that you can do. Okay, fantastic. Then another thing that I want to do is some ear points. This is going to help with weight loss. It's also going to help with anxiety. It's also going to help with cravings if you're struggling with blood pressure, blood sugar. I know, I feel really relaxed too. I just want to go to bed after I do these lives. So really good. So we're going to do 3 ear points, and then I will do my best to you can do a lot of these points for migraines, but this may be the best point for migraines that you can do. All right, let's focus on sleep, because sleep is, people struggle with sleep. I had 11 days once. This was almost maybe, 12 years ago at this point, but I didn't sleep for 11 days. So I just stared at the wall. So I totally get it. So what I want you to do is acupress the mastoid process right here. So you have Jack here. So it is, I'll show you where it is. I'll try to do it where you can see it. So you go behind the ear and take your finger and you acupress the tender spot behind the ear. And you can find around and find a tender spot and acupress. I think I find it. So just want to go ahead and find a tender spot and acupress. And it is kind of on the edge or on the lower aspect, on the medial aspect of the skull. So let's go ahead and acupress this. This is a great point if you're struggling with weight loss and you're struggling with controlling hunger. You can do this at nighttime. It'll help you to not feel so hungry and help you just go to sleep and help you to have a deep sleep. It'll help you to not wake up throughout the night, sleep quickly, wake up well rested. This is also going to help with headaches and migraines. And you can also try this if you have ringing in the ear. There's some other protocols, but also you can work with your doctor. So let's go ahead and do this with nasal breathing for the next minute or so. Here we go, everybody. Breathe in from your nose, not your mouth. Great question. You can do this for as long as you want. You can do this for as long as you want, or you can do this till you fall asleep. I'm feeling really sleepy right now. So really good. All right, next two protocols that I really do want to do is we're going to go to the ear. So we're going to do last call for questions. So we're going to do 2 more points. And again, thank you for the opportunity to serve you. Please continue to follow me on YouTube. We have 2 YouTube channels, Empirical Grace and Empirical Grace Fertility and Weight Loss. We're also on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. We're on Patreon. All the funds are going towards 2 future free clinics, one near Hyderabad, India, another one in Washington, D.C. What I'm thinking for this year is we got some books, we have some devices, patent I'm working on, and then hopefully at the end of the year or next year, I start doing the free clinic. I just, in my heart of hearts, I feel it's my duty to help all of you along the way. And thank you for giving me that duty. Sorry, you're going to make me all so sentimental. Thank you for allowing me to fulfill my dreams. So thank you. The YouTube channel is the same name. It's Empirical Grace. It's the same name. It's Empirical Grace. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and acupress the rim of the ear. Let's go ahead and acupress the rim of the ear, everybody. Gosh, you guys really got me emotional. So let's go ahead and do this as the body mirror images the entire body. You can alternate between both ears. Okay, let's go ahead and acupress this. Yes, absolutely. I will continue to go live on YouTube. Actually, I will do YouTube tomorrow and Monday as planned. I will absolutely be on YouTube doing the lives. Absolutely. And on Instagram too. You can find them on Instagram as well. But yes, definitely on YouTube. Definitely follow me on YouTube. We actually have a very international crowd on YouTube. So definitely follow me on YouTube and the lives will be there. And all the old lives have been there as well. All right, fantastic. Let's do one other acupressure protocol. We're going to do 2 more actually. So I want you to, let's go ahead and do this. I love this protocol. I love this protocol because it balances out the entire body. So if you're struggling with fertility, if you're struggling with men's issues, if you're struggling with unexplained weight loss, hormone balance, you can't get pregnant, this is a great protocol. Of course, work with your doctor, but this can help in so many different ways. So let's acupress this for the next minute or so. And let's do it with nasal breathing. Breathe in from your abdomen or your nose, not your mouth. Let's do this for the next minute. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. And you can alternate between both ears. Okay, awesome. One more acupressure point that we are going to do, and we are going to acupress yin tong. So let's go ahead and do this. This is one of the best points you can do for yourself for relaxation. So let's go ahead and do nasal breathing. Breathe in from your nose, not your mouth, and acupress this for the next minute or so. Wonderful. So thank you. Oh gosh, I have a point right here. So wonderful. I, again, want to thank all of you for the opportunity to help you along the way. Join us on YouTube. There's 2 YouTube channels, Empirical Grace and Empirical Grace Fertility and Weight Loss. My lives will continue to be there. Also, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and also Patreon. So we are here. My goals haven't changed. My goal is to serve all of you. We'll just do it in a different way if we go dark on TikTok. So be sure to check out Empirical Grace. It's the same name on all the platforms. So check us out on Empirical Grace, and know that I'm thinking this year I'll probably see what happens with TikTok and then work on the books. And then we got a patent and devices coming out, and then hopefully we can open the doors for the free clinic. So that's my goal. It's still to serve and to serve all of you. And thank you for the opportunity for doing that. Love you all so much. And do follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. Same name on all the channels. All right, you guys. I will see you soon. I'll do my best to be on here tomorrow. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
We would like to thank Anita's friends and business contacts who donated their time, money, and medical supplies to the Rape Relief Free Clinic.
We're here in my grandfather's marriage home, which is now being converted into our clinic or free hospital. We have been here for 4 months, and we have treated about 1,000 patients with over 800,000 or 900,000 patient visits. Most of the patients are farmers and agricultural workers, so a lot of the things that they're dealing with is pains, lots of different types.